Now that you have all of your value scales completed, you are ready to put your knowledge to practice. Your goal is to make your circle look more like a three-dimensional sphere by adding 5 different values that range from light to dark. The light area on the sphere faces the light source, and the darkest area would then be in the shadow. My completed examples are at the front of the room to use as a reference. You have chosen to use pen and ink on your final drawing, therefore you will practice using this material. As you have been watching, I have been starting to add value. I prefer to work light to dark because it is very easy to make a value darker, but it can be challenging and really with pen and ink almost impossible to make a value lighter. As I add value, I am thinking about neatness, trying to stay inside the lines and filling in the space as much as I can. Now I'm using hatching as my technique, which means I'm using a series of lines. Now they can cross each other, that is okay, but as I add my light value, I have, a few lines and make more and more lines as I'm working to make it darker. Now my lines overlap, that is okay, so technically maybe it would be more like cross hatching, but as my values get darker, there are just more and more lines. The shadow then, is almost black. In order to make sure that you are done here, you need to be able to look at your sphere and count 5 different values.